Today we are going to review the Papio selector, the ultimate Chrome extension for test framework generation. I'll show you how to generate the production ready test frameworks in just seconds. Whether you are using WebDriver IO, Playwright, Cypress, or Selenium, any of these different frameworks, you will be able to generate a comprehensive, fully production ready framework for us to use. Right, so let's get into the basics. I'm going to go to the Chrome Web Store here and search for Papio test framework generator. Let's go ahead and add it to our web page here and go ahead and click on add extension. So once you add, you should be able to see a small icon like this. So I'm going to go ahead and click on that selector. For today, I'm going to use Amazon as a test web page, and I will try to inspect the element and also create a small test case, download the test framework, and see how it works. Right, before we get into the action, let's review some of the features what we have got. So you would see like three top buttons here, which says like inspect an element, which is for us to do an inspection on the web page and create the elements locator for us. You have a small button which shows MCP ready. This shows that the tool is connected to the MCP server and you are ready to use any of the features which is available here because it's already connected to the MCP server, and you see the green icon. You have a help button. Once you click on that, it takes us to a quick starter guide and what are the core features, how you have to use each of the feature, right? So let's get in and let's dive in and inspect some element, and we'll see how it works. So inspect a new element, all you need to do is click on inspect at the top and do a mouse over on any of the element you want. So you'll see a blue icon over on the left hand side. So for today I'm going to select our text box in the Amazon. Once you click on that, you will be able to generate different locators, different way we identify the locators. You will be by default, it selects the Playwright as a test framework. You can go ahead and change it to any of the framework what you are using for your test automation in your company. I'm going to select WebDriver IO for today, and once you select WebDriver IO, you see the way the locators are identified. If the locator name might be same, but the way it is identified for each framework it varies. So usually for WebDriver IO, and if you're using a JavaScript, it will start with the dollar sign with open bracket and with a single quote and your actual locator. So you'll see an option where it says this locator is a recommended locator, which is with the ID which is unique. So that's what the Papio will show, and it'll gives an opportunity to understand, okay, this is the locator which I have to use, and it'll always work. Similarly, if you want a Selenium um, related locator, of course you can go modify the framework and you'll be able to generate that. And again for Cypress. For today's demo, we'll stick to WebDriver IO. You have an option to copy the locator and use them. So it is going to copy your locator and directly you can add it to your framework. So there is an option for us to generate a test case for the locator which you have generated. So when you click on generate test case, it's going to give four standard test case, which is verifying the input is visible and it is accessible, whether the test input interaction is working, and validating the input handling and test input responsiveness. If how exactly how fast the text box is. So this is a standard 4 test cases it's going to generate. We will be able to use this test case when you generate a test framework, when you download the complete framework. Um, Even without that, you will be able to easily see what and all steps it's going to do, what is the description of the test case, and you'll also be able to execute this test case without doing anything. All you need to do is download the test framework and execute, do a regular required installation, and you should be able to run the test. The other feature, the new feature what we have included is the page scanner. With this page scanner, you will be able. So the other feature what we have is a page scanner. To make life simple, I'm going to use one more website, which is a test practice login website. So here I'm going to do a scan of the complete page, and you see there is a link, a button, the inputs available to make it simple, and you have the username. So if you want to search a specific locator out of this page, all you need to do is just type the object name and you're going to see what is a locator for that. So this is going to help us in listing out all of the locator we have got on the page, and we'll know, we don't have to go each and every um, inspection. We don't have to do the each and every inspection here. The other option, the new feature is Sapphire test case, which we'll come back to that later. Um, we already had the selector analysis to analyze the quality of the locator and also optimizing the keyword. So let's go to the test framework, and let me redo this. I'm going to inspect the username and generate the test cases again. Okay, and go to the test framework. So in the test framework we have the show folder structure. This is the folder structure you will be able to download when you click on the download framework. So I'll go ahead and click on download framework. It should download, and when you go to your free list of frameworks, so you will see all of these. So I have the project. Let me open the project here, and let's see if we can do a npm installation. So once you open the project for yourself, you should be able to see the test cases and the web test part I'm interested in, and we have a lot of other features for mobile. You have this is a complete framework which has been downloaded, and there is a config for mobile as well. We have a web specific config, so you should be able to run. All we need to do is do npm install here, and we have to say, as per the script we have got in package.json, all you can say is npm test web, and you'll see the test cases executing on your laptop. Another cool feature what we have is the Sapphire test case generation. So when you go to Sapphire test case, you'll be able to key in something like this: verify if you're able to send your email ID into a username text box, and we click on search submit button. When you give this kind of prompt and click on generate test case, it will go ahead and actually generate the test execution for you, and it will pass in the details and say submit. So I can refresh the page and also say that execute a test. It can go ahead and execute once more for us, and you'll be able to see the screenshot, the description what has been happened, and you will be able to download the complete test case and include it. You can do a export to Zafar and include it to your Jira directly. So yeah, please go ahead and play around with this and see whether it's really helpful. If you feel it's adding value and if you're able to get a benefit out of it, I would request for you to provide some feedback. If you're looking for a specific feature, please let me know. I can include that. And if some feature is not at all useful, if you want me to remove that, please let me know, whatever positive or negative. I'm looking for some feedback here. Thanks everyone for listening to me, and yeah, explore and let me know how it goes. Thank you everyone.